hello. Now before you ask, the microphone. I've had this one for a very long time and I never figured out what to do with it. So, if the audio sounds a bit wacky, I might just decide not to use the audio from the mic and I might just use the audio from my camera. So, depending on how bad the quality of this is, I'm still getting used to using this. So, if the audio is wacky, let me know. If you rather me use no microphone for my videos, for now, just let me know, because this is the only microphone I can really afford right now. I am working towards buying a better one, but for now, this is what we're dealing with. So, so today I have a very special vlog. Very special because it's, my Grandmaster Cultivation vlog of the first book. Unlike my Heaven Official Blessings vlog, I decided to just vlog each individual book at a time, just because that is specifically the decision that I made after I started my Heaven Official Blessings one, which I read 4 books in one vlog, turned out to be over 2 hours long. Which, I know that a lot of my friends who watch my videos like long videos. I love long videos. I use long videos kind of like podcasts, except that I hate editing them. So, it's gonna be individual books from now on. It's not gonna be an entire series because this is going to be way too long. So, yes, I don't know how long this vlog ended up being. As you can see, she's well annotated. I don't think that I had as many clips as for Heaven Official Blessings, but you know what? I still really enjoyed it. Now, fair warning, I'm still pretty new to vlogging, so if the clips seem a little messy, if I start rambling, if they're very cut up very strangely, I apologize. I am working on fixing that. My brain starts going to every other direction than where I actually need to be. So that's just that. But I'm not gonna continue talking and make this video even longer than it probably already is. So, enjoy. I'm very close. Hello! So today, I am starting my vlog for Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation, which I started late April, I think, is when Steph and I both started it. I don't remember, but I know it was before May, so I guess it's April. And so far I'm on page 61. I'm stopping here because Steph and I are planning on trying to read it together at the same time, but because we both have different reading speeds, she reads a bit and then I catch up, and then wherever I end up she goes to that, and so on and so forth. But yes, I think she's on page 60, I'm 1 page ahead, which is fine. We're gonna try and do sprints together soon to continue it, because Kenzie won't shut up about it. And it's really funny. I think Kenzie loves this way more than Heaven Official Blessings, which by the way, I'm also making a vlog for that one. Currently I'm reading volume 4 of Heaven Official Blessing. I'm assuming that by the time this vlog goes up, God knows when this vlog goes up, because I don't know when I'll be finished with these. That vlog might already be up. Part 2 might also be up, because I'm planning on doing book 4 all the way up to book 4 in vlog 1, and then all the way to book 8 in vlog 2. I don't know if I'll be reading the entire Sushi series in one vlog, or if each book is going to have its own vlog. I don't know yet. I haven't decided that yet, so we'll see how this goes. We'll see how much footage I have of this book for this vlog, and otherwise I might do just the same thing as Heaven Official Blessings. Half of the series in one vlog and the second half in another vlog, just so that it's not too short but also not too long. Granted, I don't know how long the Heaven Official Blessing one is going to be, because I have no idea how much I've recorded for that one. Since right now I am taking a break from Heaven Official Blessing. I'm at the beginning of volume 4, but I'm also starting this one. So I'm basically reading them both at the same time, because I was forced to start this Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation before I was even finished volume 4, because Steph really wanted to read it and Kenzie really wanted us to read it, because she is in her whole last Donmei era. She literally started later than Steph and I together. I think she started reading Heaven Official Blessing when Steph and I we're on volume 2. She's on volume 8 of Heaven Official's Blessing. I think she's read all of the volumes of Grandmaster Demonic Cultivation, I think. I think she's on volume 3 of Stars of Chaos. I think she's read Guardian, or she's planning on doing that. And she's read a couple of other Donmays as well, like in between. Kenzie's speedy, okay? When it comes to like the our little trio, Kenzie's the speediest. Steph is like in the middle. Like she's still speedy, but not Kenzie level speedy. And then I'm a fucking slug because I don't read fast. I think that's obvious by by how like I started continuing this one. I think I was on page 30 something. I think, no. What page was I on? I think I was right here. On page, I think I was on page 45, I think, yesterday. And I'm on page 61 in 2 days. At least it's not one page in an hour, because that tends to happen. I'm just slow, okay, and I'm easily distracted, especially right now. I'm kind of in the slump, so that's not fun. But I hope I'll be able to, like, at least get a chunk of this done during June. I don't think I'll be able to finish it during June, or at least either this or volume 4 of Heaven Official Blessing is going to be, like, the only book I finish in June. Because I'm finishing up my job, my contract, the job that I'm having right now, and then we have to move because my lease is ending mid-August. Because yes, today is June 12th, so we'll see. This is literally the day that I start this vlog, so we'll see when this bitch goes up. Okay, you know, I'm making the decision right now to read half of Sushi in this vlog and the second half in another vlog, the same thing that I did with Heaven Official Blessing. Now we'll see if this vlog goes up before Heaven Official Blessing, because I mean I am almost halfway done with that. But yeah, but with also the moving, I don't know how much reading I'll be able to get done. I'm pretty sure I'm going to prioritize manga because I'm packing up all of my books to move, like a lot of them already in boxes, so I really can't tell when any of these vlogs are going to be up. I can't tell how many videos I'm gonna be able to upload before I move. We'll see. Hopefully after I move I'll be able to upload more, you know, hopefully. But yeah, Grandmaster Demonic Cultivation. So far, I like it. It's very chaotic. I definitely, like, apparently a lot of people have read this before Heaven Official Blessing, and like, first time reading this, they were very confused. And then when they read Heaven Official Blessings, they like were less confused. I feel like between the two, Heaven Official Blessing would be like a better start into Danmei. Granted, this and Sushi and Jangwon Sifu are the only two Danmeis I've read so far. But I think it's a good start into the shenanigans that is the genre, because what the fuck? I mean, already the beginning of Jangwon Sifu is something. But then this one, someone needs to check on what's her face? Woshang Tongxue. Someone needs to check on this bitch, because the insanity. I would like to inform you that you're pick up your phone. Anyways, sorry for the interruption. My mom just called me. But yes, what was I saying? Yeah, so it's already very chaotic. I just met Langwon-ji, and so according to Kenzie, who's already way further into this than me and Steph are, apparently she is Wei Wuxin, Steph is Langwon-ji, and I'm Little Apple, which is a fucking donkey. So, like at the very beginning, like before I even started this, Kenzie made both me and Steph take a like character quiz to see which characters we are, and I got someone else. I don't remember their name. I haven't met them yet. But like, I'm reading the third chapter. I mean, I think it was already in the second chapter. Anyway, the beginning of the book, and there's this donkey that Wei Wuxin steals and runs away on. And apparently this donkey is like really high maintenance. And I was like, I identify as this donkey. I identify as this monkey. I identify as this donkey, okay? And so now on this in the Heaven Official Blessing server, which also is simultaneously is like just all of Danmei, like the server for our Danmei buddy reads. I am now called the high maintenance donkey, and so now this is us as a trio. If I can find the image that Kenzie sent, which is Langwon-ji, Wei Wuxin, and the donkey, Little Apple, which is I. I'm the little apple. I'm the donkey. The donkey is me. It's already very different from Have an Official Blessing based on like the two main characters' is like dynamics, where Have an Official Blessing is basically just like chaos on chaos and, you know, just romance and fluffy and hand-holding and zombies and mysteries. And this one is zombie arm. It's zombie arm, mysteries, and apparently enemies to lovers. Apparently these two bitches already have history. I think it's mentioned that they fought before, and the moment Lang Wonji arrives, that's when Wei Wuxian runs away on me. I can't. Anyway, so yes, it's already very chaotic. I already love it very much. It's insane, and I love it. Yes, so this is the beginning of this vlog, so I'm not that far in. I don't know anything about this at all. I don't know what, like, I'm still very confused on what cultivation is. I'm assuming it's, I know it's like a spiritual thing, but I don't know like all of the rules for it. So especially because in Have an Official Blessing, the only talk of cultivation is like the pure, like the pure of heart, pure body type thing that both Shailian and Muxing practice. So I have no high hell clue what the fuck a demonic cultivator is. I'm assuming it's the same thing, but like Satanism? Question mark? I guess I'll find out. No. Hey. Okay, so a little update before my battery dies. I'll have to, right now, we're still sprinting on Discord, and I am on page 80. So far, I'm still a bit confused, mainly because, like, I'm not reading this, like, in the same way that I was reading Have an Official Blessing. I was reading just Have an Official Blessing, I was just reading Have an Official Blessing, and this one I'm reading at the same time as other books. So yeah, I'm not entirely focused on it, but I'm laughing a lot. And I love it very much. We've already got a couple of gay moments, which I love. Right now, we're on the part where Lang Wonji just showed up again to save his boyfriend, I guess, from another clan, I think? Question mark? I'm not sure. I think this is going to be one of those that have like sort of political intrigue in it that I'm gonna have to flip back and forth to the back, to the glossary, to, you know, follow all of the names, especially because within these types of books there's always characters that have different names because of like different people and like different nicknames and all of that. So then a lot of times the nicknames look like their name, but sometimes they don't, and so that's very confusing. But I'm having fun, which is the most important part. I don't know where I'll stop tonight. Steph is on page 82, I think, and she's gonna continue, so she's probably going to be ahead of me. But I'm going to try and finish chapter 3 question mark, because I'm on page 80 and there are 100. It's the chapter ends on page 117, so that is 37 pages that I still have to go. within this chapter. I'm very confused because the other chapter, like the 2 other chapters, have been like pretty short. So all of a sudden having a long one feels kind of disorienting, but I'm having a good time, okay? I'm having a good time and I'm very excited. We're sprinting, we're vibing, and I'm having fun. I had to stop recording before while I was doing kind of like the little time lapse of me reading because my mom called me and then I realized, oh, my battery's almost dead. Let me not. The cats are playing. Let me not. Oh my god, it's Lola and Fiona. The other monster is just chilling on the bed. Anyway, so yes, I think I'll stop at the end of chapter 3, depending on whether or not we're going to watch Orange High School Host Club with Steph and Kenzie, because that is something that we've been planning to do. Yes, I'm kind of tired. I'm not exhausted, but I can feel like I can feel a little loopy, okay? I feel a little loopy, but I'm gonna try and stay awake until, you know, either the end of chapter 3 or until we have to rewatch until we continue or on High School Host Club. I can't talk. But yes, that's the plan. I don't know where this is gonna go. I don't remember if Kenzie said anything about this series being like painful and like having like pain in it, the same way that Heaven Official Blessing has. I hope not, because I'm gonna be in pain. But apparently, compared to Heaven Official Blessings, where Heaven Official Blessing is like kind of like soft, like, you know, where Heaven Official Blessing is more like hand-holding, cutesy little romance, you know, where there's not a lot of spice in it, like little to no spice. I mean, I don't think that Heaven Official Blessing has no spice. I'm pretty sure I've seen images of it, you know, having some, especially the cover of chapter 4 of book 4 being what it is. I'm assuming that there's some level of spice, but apparently this one's extra. And also bought Scum Villain, which is MXDX other series, which apparently that one's also very spicy, which I can't wait to see, because so far when it comes to like the romance, it's been very slow burn. Like we had sort of a first kiss in there, but we're not gonna talk about that one. But apparently like now is when like it's really gonna get started. I mean, you saw the cover of book 4, so you know now we're gonna get started into like the kissy kissy stuff. The kissy kissy stuff. What the fuck am I saying? What about yes, so I'm waiting to see, you know, how she writes smut, because apparently this one's smutty and apparently Heaven Official Blessing is not. So I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I am. So yes, that is so far. I'm not that far in it, but I'm making slow progress, okay? I'm gonna try and finish the entirety of Heaven Official Blessing this year, and maybe also MXDX, because I think there's only like 4 or 5 books in this series, so we'll see. And also try to start Stars of Chaos, because I know that Kenzie is already way into the series and Steph just started it, so I want to catch up to them. But you know, I'm slow, they're speedy. Steph says she's slow. She's not slow. She's also speedy, but she's not as speedy as Kenzie, so that's why she feels like she's slow. But compared to me, she's speedy. She's speedy Steph, okay? So I'm gonna try and catch up to them. Kenzie is starting probably volume 8 of Heaven Official Blessing, which is insane. Steph still needs, I think Steph has finished volume 2 and she needs to start volume 3. So it's just some fucking miracle I'm ahead of Steph with Heaven Official Blessing, and then now we're reading this one at the same time. So yes, we'll see. Depending on how fast Steph is reading Heaven Official Blessing after when she continues the series, I might start Stars of Chaos while still reading Heaven Official Blessing, just to catch up to them. And yes, and I don't know if Steph has read Scum Villain. We'll see. So far, apart from Stars of Chaos, the only Danmei that I own are MXDX, which is not by choice. It's the only ones I can find, really. I need to go back to Brussels, to Waterstones, and see if they have other Danmei, because so far, the only ones I remember seeing were MXDX. So I need to see if they have others. I'm gonna stop talking now and I'm gonna keep reading because the sprint is almost over again. Gavin, what the fuck, bro? Gavin needs help. Gavin needs help. Gavin is gavining. Yeah. Hi, it is the next day. I just woke up, if you couldn't tell. Also, there's Fiona. She just ate her breakfast. But yes, right now I didn't get to the end of chapter 3 last night because we were just vibing. Okay, we were playing music and we were just vibing and yelling at each other in the chat. It was chaotic, but I did get to what page? Yes, I got to page 85. So a little further in, I don't know where stuff stopped. I know she's on 64%, I think. I don't know how far in wait, no, that can't be, otherwise she's almost done. Where is she at? I'm 15% in. Where is she at? Why doesn't it show? Oh, maybe because it's not a buddy read on Story Graph. So that's why I can always keep track of where she's at. Especially because unlike A Good Girl Got Murdered, which was the only other time that we used Story Graph for like a buddy read, we had 2 different editions, okay? I had the UK edition, she had the US edition. So a lot of times when I would stop somewhere, she would like be a couple of pages behind where I'm at, and then I would be talking about something and she'd be like, what do you mean? That hasn't happened yet. I'm like, where are you? But at least with this one, we both have 7 C's. So, you know, that won't happen this time. I'm kind of mad because this is the second time that we've seen Lan Wangji, and there have been no interactions between the two, but aside like eye contact and like a nod. That's it. No words whatsoever. I'm kind of mad about that, but I know that like this image is coming up in like a thick amount of pages, like it's this far away, but you know, it is what it is. I think I'm gonna continue reading this today and maybe even switch between Heaven Official's Blessing and this, because I don't want to go too far ahead of stuff to the point where it's the same distance as now we're both in Heaven Official's Blessing, where I'm on book 4 and she hasn't even started book 3. So I think I'm just gonna like slow it down, even though she's faster than me. But obviously if I keep reading while she's asleep or at work, it's not gonna work. So yes, I'm gonna eat breakfast and then I'm gonna do, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Nothing anyway. Baby. Oh, hey. Oh. I guess that's the update right now. It's a little update. I got to page 100 and I think the first mystery is being resolved about the Heavenly Maiden and like the stuff happening. Well, technically the second after he left the abuse mansion, I guess. But the second mystery is being resolved. The first and the second, I don't know. And I'm liking it a lot so far. I'm not that far in, obviously, but so far I like it. I love Way with Shit, so I'm having a good time. I'm currently sprinting with Steph, who's also reading Monosushi. Hold on, I don't know if you can see her because of the glare of the sun, but she's right there and she's not paying attention. So I'm just gonna zoom in on her side. It is currently July 2nd, and I'm about to continue Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation. I didn't get that much further into last month. I think I'm on page 104, and I tried to continue last night, but I'm on my period and it really took me out. Like, I've passed out 10 minutes into starting, like, continuing the book. And so I literally just fell asleep to the point where my mom had to take away my computer and my book off of me because I fell asleep. So yeah, we're gonna try and continue now. Pew pew. Yeah, oh my god. So yes, we're gonna continue now. I have started sprinting. Why is my computer so dark? I just realized it's maximum brightness. That's strange. Anyway, I did start sprints almost an hour ago. I ate lunch, and then now I'm actually gonna start reading the sprint. Currently I'm on my own, but because it is pretty early for my friends in America, I don't think anyone's going to join before a little while. I think Steph is gonna try and join later when she's done working, because I think today and tomorrow are her like last days of work before she has a 4-day weekend, which is great because then we're gonna continue both Heaven Official's Blessing and Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation. So they will do some more sprints together to read this. I think she's almost done with Heaven Official's Blessing book 3, so then she's mainly going to focus on Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation. I wanted to try to continue Heaven Official's Blessing because I am almost done with that vlog. Like, once I finish that book, I'm done with the Heaven Official's Blessing vlog, so then that one I can edit and upload. But since Steph mainly is going to focus on Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation, I am going to do that too, because I still need to catch up to her to where we stopped when we sprinted to get together last time. She's 80% in, I think. No, that's wrong. I think she's 18%. What was that? Why am I thinking of that percentage? Let me look at it again. Yeah, she's 30% in. I'm 26% in, so I need to read 4% more, but it doesn't show me which page exactly she's on, so I'm assuming it is at the end of chapter 3, which is where I'm going to continue. And if by that point I'm still not caught up to her, I think I'm gonna take a break and actually pick up Heaven Official Blessing for maybe one sprint. Maybe I'll sprint by myself till I finish chapter 3. I'll read Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation, but then afterwards I'm gonna switch in between Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation and Heaven Official Blessing book 4, because I just do want to finish that one, because I now have books 5, 6 and 8. I'm just missing book 7 now, and then I have the whole series, and so then I can just binge those. So yes, that is going to be the plan for today. I'm gonna try at least. Ignore my messy hair, my voice, I literally just woke up. But I did get to the end of chapter 3 last night, and I've officially caught up to Steph, because I think Steph is like on page 212 question mark. Let me check. So yeah, the last update that should I say the last little message that updates that Steph put on Storygraph was on page 114. So I am a little bit ahead. I am on page 119, so perfect. Now I'm actually going to switch between Grandmaster Demonic Cultivation and book 4 Have an Official Blessing, which is for the other vlog, which hopefully is already out by the time that you guys see this vlog. I've decided to just do a vlog for each individual book when it comes to Grandmaster Demonic Cultivation, because I mean, I don't want it to take that long. I still haven't decided if for the second half of Have an Official Blessing, which is volumes 5, 6, 7, and 8, if I should do an individual vlog for each of those 4 books, or if I should also do like one whole vlog for the last 4 volumes. I think what I'm gonna do is that when I upload the vlog for the first half, I am going to put up a poll as well to see what people prefer. I'm gonna put one on YouTube, and I'm gonna put one on Discord, and maybe also put one on Instagram, just to really get as many votes in there. So yes, actually let me check what the vote was on the Grandmaster Demonic Cultivation vlog separation thing. Steph also just finished book 3 of Have an Official Blessing, and this is how she's doing. I love that. I don't remember if I cried. No way I did, because of the child. I did. Oh boo. I'm looking at her notes. Surprisingly, we gave a similar rating. She gave it a 3.5. I think I gave it literally a 3-star. I think, well, this isn't the Have an Official Blessing vlog. I should mention this here. That's fine. I'll just add another poll on Discord to decide, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to do it individually for this one, just because it is a shorter series than Have an Official Blessing, because this one has 5 books, meanwhile Have an Official Blessing has 8. So doing like half would be annoying, because then I would have to read like maybe like 50% of the 3rd book, and you know, that would be kind of strange. Or read them all into one vlog, which is like 1 book more than would be in the Have an Official Blessing vlog. So I think it would be better to just have a vlog for each individual one. So far I'm enjoying it. I think I'm not loving it as much as I did Have an Official Blessing when I first read that, but I think it's still similarly, as in like I'm still getting used to this writing, because it is kind of like different from Have an Official Blessing. I'm quite enjoying it. We just saw Lang Won-ji again, and apparently he's taking Wei Wuxian in, and I think that is the next image that is coming up, if I remember correctly. Yes, it is. So I'm gonna guess that Wei Wuxian actually stays at Lang Won-ji's estate, whatever the fuck it's called. It's gonna take me a while to really get used to the names of the 2 main guys, because I mean, when it comes to Shilian and Hua Chang, those 2 are like pretty easy to remember because they're pretty distinct. Meanwhile, I don't know why Wei Wuxian and Lang Won-ji are so like hard to like differentiate, because sometimes when I mean like Wei Wuxian, I want to say Lang Won-ji, and also vice versa. I don't know why. Maybe I still need to get used to the book. But yes, that is, so far that is the thing. Also, when I took the quiz back before I started reading the novel, I got Jung Chung, I think that's how you say his name. I also put his name on the screen so that you know who I mean. It's, you know, at first I was like, who is this? And like, I've met him and I hate him. I hate and love him, because like some of his like reactions and mannerisms, I can recognize that I have the same ones, but his personality is shitty. So I don't know what that means. I don't know, maybe he'll grow on me, because apparently Kenzie, who's already on volume 4, I think. I don't remember which book she's on in the series, but she really likes him, so I trust Kenzie. But yes, I'm still getting used to this one. I'm actually really liking it, especially like because in Have an Official Blessing you have a lot more of like the weapons, like actual like swords, arrows, and a bow, that sort of thing. Meanwhile in this, there's a lot of like the weapons being instruments, which I'm not used to reading, but I really love that concept. I always love that concept when it comes to books, that like music was a weapon, and I really like this, and also like the descriptions because it doesn't feel like jarring to, you know, tell what's going on. But yes, I'm having a lot of fun. What the fuck is the title of this chapter? The Elegant Flirt. I can't fucking wait. And so yeah, maybe after I finished this one and I'm finished with book 4 of Heaven Official Blessing, I might get started on Scum Villain question mark, because I think I'm gonna like try and get all of the MXDX's books read by the end of the year, which is insane, but you know, I can always try. How many books are there in that? I think there's 4 only. I don't know if there's a 5th one coming out or not. They all seem to be like, they all came out in 2021 and 2022, so I'm assuming that they're all out now. I'm just going to assume. But this one actually sounds really fun, and also the cover looks really cute. I really like the art style. I think it looks pretty similar to Heaven Official Blessings, but I also think it's pretty different. I also like the color palette of the covers. While, you know, Heaven Official Blessing is a lot more of like reds and stuff, then Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation is a lot more blue-ish. Meanwhile, this one has a lot more green in it, and I really like that. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know if, because I also need to read Stars of Chaos, which Steph has already started. I think she finished book 1 of Stars of Chaos. I think Kenzie is on book 3. But yes, I think I'm gonna like try and get like other series started as well. Once I'm done with both of these, then I think I'm gonna actually like take a small break from Heaven Official Blessing and maybe get started on Scum Villain and read that at the same time as book 2 of Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation. Or you know what, I might just go all chaos and read 3 different Donmays at the same time, maybe 4 if I include Stars of Chaos, who knows. So yes, that is the update for now. I'm gonna do sprints by myself this morning, and then, you know, just do 1 hour of Heaven Official Blessing and 1 hour of Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation. So, you know, to confuse myself, I'm gonna switch in between clips between Heaven Official Blessing and Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation now. So that's gonna be fun to figure out which, you know, which clip is from which video. Okay, so I just got to page 125 of Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation. We just arrived at the Lan clan's territory. What was it called? I don't remember. But we arrived at the Lan clan, and it's already very chaotic. I'm about to go to the grocery store, and then afterwards I'm gonna do another sprint with Heaven Official Blessing, and then another one with Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation. It's going well. I'm slowly getting into it, like I said before. Like I said before, I am enjoying this first book in the series a lot less than I did the first book in Heaven Official Blessing. But that could just be because I am, like, when it comes to Donmei, I'm so used to Heaven Official Blessing that now anything different kind of feels off. So maybe once I'm more into the story, I'm more used to it, I'm gonna enjoy it a lot more. It's not that I'm not enjoying it, it's just that compared to the first book of Heaven Official Blessing, I'm not like that eager to like push through it as much as I did with Heaven Official Blessing. But I'm still enjoying it a lot. I definitely think that right now it's set at like a 4 stars or something. I just did 5. I'm in 4 out of 4 stars, but again, I'm only like 32% in, so it's not that far. So it's still up for debate, but we'll see. Hello. I don't remember when the last update I did for Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation. Today is the 11th. Yes, the 11th. And I'm on page, let me check, 205. So I'm pretty sure I'm a little over 100, like 50% or close to 50% of it. I don't know exactly. And so far I'm enjoying it. I just finished the flashback, I believe, which, you know, compared to the flashbacks in Heaven Official Blessings, where I thought it was going to be okay, it's literally just like a couple 100 pages of present day, and then the rest of the book is flashbacks. I was about to throw it at the wall and hit Kenzie, but no, these flashbacks actually were just like not even an entire chapter. Granted, the chapter was like 50 pages long. For what reason? Especially because there were a ton of chapter breaks, so like you could have split the chapter into 2. Just saying. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure I'm done with that flashback. And compared to the flashbacks in Heaven Official Blessings, this one was more enjoyable because it felt more like a flashback about the relationship between the 2 main love interests compared to like a flashback of like the main character's backstory, you know, which I still believe should have been one book instead of split into like 2 halves into 2 different books, but anyway, that's not for this vlog. But yes, so I'm enjoying Grandmaster Demonic Cultivation quite a lot. It's very funny. What the fuck? But yes, so today I'm gonna actually sprint between 2 different ones. I'm gonna sprint between Grandmaster Demonic Cultivation and Heaven Official Blessings book 4, so that when I'm done with that book, I can upload that vlog. And then, you know, Grandmaster Demonic Cultivation, who knows when I upload that one. Hopefully I'll be able to finish that one this month as well. Just like Steph, I'm gonna try and get like 1 book of Heaven Official Blessing and 1 book of Grandmaster Demonic Cultivation done a month, which means I'll probably be reading just Danmei for a while. Hello. So I finished Grandmaster Demonic Cultivation. I actually finished it a couple of days ago. This is what she's looking like. I've had my tabs a lot worse than this. Like, I've had books that have been more heavily tabbed than this, but according to the reactions of my friends, it's bad. So, you know, I finished Grandmaster Demonic Cultivation a couple of days ago, and I absolutely adored it. I really loved it. When it comes to deciding whether I loved it more than Heaven Official Blessings, I wouldn't say that. I love them both equally, but for 2 completely different reasons. Because, I mean, even though they are by the same author, they are very different to each other. Now, between the 2, now that I've read both the first book of Grandmaster Demonic Cultivation and the first book of Heaven Official Blessings, I would say that Grandmaster Demonic Cultivation would be the easier one to get into, or would be Heaven Official Blessings. No, Grandmaster Demonic Cultivation. The only thing I would find a bit more difficult to get into is all the different names. But luckily there's a guide at the end of the book that has all the different names from all the different characters. So, you know, that's already a plus. But when it comes to Heaven Official Blessings, that one has like a lot more world building from the get-go. Because it's like the moral world, heaven, and then also the ghost world and all of that. Meanwhile, with Grandmaster Demonic Cultivation, it's mostly just the living and then, you know, the lore of the dead. So that's, you know, when deciding which one would be easier to get into and, you know, easier to read. If you're new to Danmei, it would be Grandmaster Demonic Cultivation. Now, I absolutely loved Wei Wuxian and Lan Wangji. I again comparing it to a Heaven Official Blessing, because I mean it's the only other Danmei that I've read, so I'm obviously going to compare it, but I think I'm going to stop doing that just because, like I said, they are drastically different from each other, so I don't think it would be fair to compare them to each other. But just because as of Danmei, I'm used to, you know, reading about Hua Chang and Xie Lian and, you know, them barely touching each other for the last 4 books, and finally we have some actual like development in their relationship, where Xie Lian finally realizes he has feelings for Hua Chang, which, you know, I'm also about to update my Heaven Official Blessing book 4, which also means that vlog is also done. I'm assuming this vlog goes up before Heaven Official Blessings because it's the first one I finished. If you hear bells ringing, my cats are playing around. Well, one of them's playing around. I think she's seeing a ghost. Ça va, Lola? I don't know what the fuck she's doing. Don't tell me she's playing with her tail as well. Oh god, is it contagious? Anyways, but yes, because I'm used to Hua Chang and Xie Lian, who are like barely touching each other and like not really daring to say anything to each other in any like romantic way. Then you got fucking Wei Wuxian, who, in an attempt to get away from Lan Wangji, acts like a deranged gay man who's like only thinks about fucking men. And then you got Lan Wangji, who just like does not give a fuck, who just paralyzes him and, you know, moves on. Which, by the way, their relationship is really fun to read about, because at the beginning of the book you have Lan Wangji, who gets not resurrected but reincarnated, so he immediately meets Lan Wangji again because of the events that happen, and there he then runs away, and apparently Lan Wangji immediately knows that it's Wei Wuxian for some reason. He doesn't want to tell him what made him realize that it was Wei Wuxian and not the person that, you know, Wei Wuxian is now possessing over the body of. And so the whole time that he sees this man, he knows it's Wei Wuxian, and he just lets him make a fool of himself in front of everybody and doesn't say a fucking word about it. And I absolutely love that. And then you have a flashback, which, by the way, if by the time you watch this, you also have seen my Heaven Official Blessing vlog. If you have not, I absolutely despise the flashback arc of Heaven Official Blessing, mainly because it was so achingly long. It was the second half of book 2 and the first half of book 3, okay? For no reason. And apparently they're turning that into a movie instead of a whole season of a show. I can see why. I'm guessing I'm not the only one who complained about that. But anyway, when it comes to the flashback in Grandmaster Demonic Cultivation, it's, first of all, it's just one chapter, so that's a plus. And second, it is mainly about Wei Wuxian and Lan Wangji's relationship and how they were before they met again, now that Wei Wuxian is resurrected. So you see a very sharp contrast, specifically with Lan Wangji. Wei Wuxian is still the same loudmouth, class clown, annoying shit that he was back when he was 15 or something along those lines. But Lan Wangji is kind of different, because in the past, when they were when they were 15, Lan Wangji was very easily aggravated by Wei Wuxian. He would easily, you know, kind of like snap, and he even, you know, Wei Wuxian even got him into trouble, even though he's like the stellar student that never does anything wrong. So that's something. And then, you know, also him not liking being touched at all. And then you flash to the present day, where Wei Wuxian is constantly like holding his arm, touching him. He even sleeps on top of this man. I cannot with that. I don't know why he did that, but that happened. And so that flashback was actually really fun, to the point where I even forgot it was a flashback. Well, I didn't forget it was a flashback, but you know, it didn't feel like it was dragging the same way that a lot of the parts in the flashbacks of Heaven Official's Blessings were. So that's a plus. Which is also another thing that would say that I would, you know, suggest reading Grandmaster and Cultivation first before Heaven Official's Blessings, specifically also because of those flashbacks. Because Heaven Official's Blessings flashbacks are long. And apparently book 6 has another long flashback, which I don't know if that's the one that's supposed to cause me pain, but I'm assuming it is. I'm so not fucking ready for that. I'm glad I have book 5, which I haven't heard anything about book 5. Not whether it's painful, not whether it's good. I think everyone's fairly neutral on book 5, so I'm very excited for that. But back to Grandmaster and Cultivation. Another thing that I really liked about this book, I'm sorry if I'm a little all over the place. I just woke up and I'm literally just going off of what I remember. And like with the last book of Heaven Official's Blessings that I read for that vlog, I didn't take any notes of like points that I wanted to talk about, you know, in the outro. So, you know, just roll with it, okay? But I really like the fact that, unlike Heaven Official Blessings, which it's not a complaint from Heaven Official Blessings, but it's something different, but it's a good different, where the entire mystery, I guess, of the first book doesn't end at the end of the first book. It actually carries over to the second one, where, you know, at the beginning of the first book, we have first, obviously, Wei Wuxian's resurrection, and there is apparently a fucking zombie ghost arm just causing chaos and killing people. And then, you know, Lang Wangji and his clan, along with taking Wei Wuxian, they also take the arm, where then, you know, shit happens, and then the arm guides them to this catacomb type grave thing from like another clan, and there they find that, you know, the torso, I think, or one of the legs, another limb of the corpse that the arm belongs to was buried, and apparently those body parts are like scattered in all different kinds of places, which it ends with only having like 2 or 3 body parts, or maybe even 4. I don't remember. I think it's an arm, a leg, and the torso, if I remember correctly. Don't quote me on that. I'm very bad at remembering things. But then we still have a couple of other body parts to find to, you know, solve this thing of what happened to this person, and also why are they cut up? Who did this? What the fuck? It's a whole thing. And so I like that, and like we have an Official Blessings, it's not just like one like big chunk of the book, it's one mystery, then like some aspects of it carry over into a later book. It's just one long mystery, and then you kind of just see Lang Wangji and Wei Wuxian together throughout the whole thing. And I really like that. And then we get towards the end where Wei Wuxian manages to get Lang Wangji to drink with him. And now Wei Wuxian has been drinking with a lot of people over the years, okay? He's seen it all, okay? One thing he has never seen is someone first falling asleep and then getting drunk. Why does that sound like something I would do? This man, Lang Wangji, he drinks, passes out, wakes up again, and then he's drunk. Not he's drunk and then passes out. No, it's the other way around with this man. Is that important to the story? I don't think so. Is it a fun little character thing? Probably my favorite part of this entire book, just that whole drunk scene where you have Wei Wuxian trying to figure out what to do with this man. First of all, he tried to steal his sword to try and cut the chains off of his ghost general, which, by the way, it's in the same scene where Lang Wangji seems to be like annoyed at, what was it, his face? Was it Wei Ying? Is that his? No, that's not. The ghost general, okay? I don't remember his name. Hold on. Let me try to find it. Where Lang Wangji pushes Winning at, like, literally pushes him away and away and away, because I don't know if he was jealous of Winning, you know, like luring Wei Wuxian out, and even though he didn't lure Wei Wuxian out, Wei Wuxian, you know, lured him towards him. But, you know, it was really funny to watch that. And then also the whole time I just pictured Winning kind of like acting the same way that Okayyy acts if you've played Luigi's Mansion 3, you know what I'm talking about. Obviously, it's a goo, so it's just standing there and just taking whatever, just like boom, boom. And I'm absolutely love that scene. And then you get to them, you know, just the fucking Wei Wuxian holding up 2 fingers and asking him how many fingers he's holding up. And instead of saying anything, this man grabs his fingers and just holds on to them. That is so... I love that so much. And then they go back into the room, and then, you know, Wei Wuxian makes Lan Wangji wash his face before he goes to bed. Oh gosh, they're gonna jump on my shoulders. Please don't. Yeah. Ow! She's eating my hair. Definitely. Boings. What was I at? Oh yeah. So Wei Wuxian makes Lan Wangji wash his face, and then he gives him a bucket to wash his face in, and then he says, "You should drink some water." Violence. And then she just saunters away. And this man, instead of, you know, getting up and getting a cup of water, this bitch dunks his face into the bucket. For what reason? It's my absolute favorite scene in the entire book, and I loved it very much. Steph is like, "Oh, did you get too drunk Lan Wangji yet?" And I was like, "What do you mean, no?" And she's like, "Oh, just wait." And I didn't think this was going to be what she meant. And then obviously Wei Wuxian uses this as an opportunity because he sees that Lan Wangji literally will do anything he says because he likes him, obviously. And then, you know, Wei Wuxian, there's a lot of things that happen where like what was it what he said? Because I know he said something along the lines of like something he finds pretty or something along those lines, and Lan Wangji just points at him. But he thinks, oh, he's pointing at his sword because like Wei Wuxian had his sword on his back, and he just kept pointing at him, and like this bitch didn't catch on from what he meant. So that's fun. And then obviously he'll also ask, the moment that this bitch asked, when was the moment that you realized it was me? So up you. She saw a bug outside. It's fine. Or a bird. Anything that flies, she fucking... So the moment that Wei Wuxian asks, you know, when was the moment you realized it was me, this bitch suddenly, you know, remembers that it's time for bed because like that whole routine is engraved into his mind from childhood. And so they go to bed and he forces Wei Wuxian down on the bed with him. And it's just it's both really adorable and really funny at the same time. And obviously he wakes up the next morning not remembering anything. This bitch took either one cup of alcohol or even just a sip was blackout drunk to the point where he didn't remember anything the next day. And so he got terrified because Wei Wuxian, the dumbass that he is, literally made them undress just a little bit right before he woke up, and so he got terrified that they just like made out last night. But apparently they didn't. But luckily he said no, it was just a prank. So yes, and then now I guess we're setting out to get the rest of the body parts, which is not something I thought I would say, but you know what, slay. Let me see what was the last line. They're going to a ghost city. So now they're going to a ghost city apparently, or something along those lines. I saw that they were setting out to go to a ghost city, so I guess that's what we're doing now. I was thinking of reading book 2 in maybe September, but one thing that I realized is that I have books 2, 3, 4, and 5 left, which I have, so that means I have 4 books left of this one. I also have 4 books left of Heaven Official Blessings. So I was gonna try and read at least one of both each month so that by December I'm done with both series, and also by December I'm done with both of these block series. That is not a promise. Absolutely not a promise. Not a promise. So who knows, the last vlog in this Grandmaster Demonic Cultivation series might be next year. But yes, I'm sorry that this vlog isn't exactly, you know, like really good. I'm still pretty new to vlogging. Even though now I think I've gotten the hang of it, I'm gonna try and film a lot more clips of like the important stuff, because every single time I feel like I just start rambling on about random stuff. I don't know how long this vlog is going to be, but the Heaven Official Blessings one is well over 2 hours. For what reason? I don't know. I think this one's probably going to be closer to just 1 hour. Hopefully. Even though all my friends say, oh, we love long videos. I love long videos too. I love watching them. I don't like editing them because it's fucking hell. Then especially if I remember something, oh, maybe something's wrong in that clip, I'm like, I'm not going to rewatch the entire 2 hour thing to try and find it. The fuck I look like. But anyway, so that was the first Grandmaster Demonic Cultivation vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, I'm gonna try and get better at vlogging in the future. I think I'm getting the hang of it. I'm gonna film a lot more of like the bits and pieces of what I'm currently reading, and also I'll be able to, you know, once I move, I'll hopefully be able to film a lot more clips than, you know, I was able to now, because I'll have my own office and, you know, I'll have a lot more space to myself to actually film stuff. So that's exciting. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, leave a like, maybe also subscribe. That would be really nice. And then that way, if you want to continue, you know, being updated on when I post the next vlog of this series, or the Heaven Official Blessings one, or eventually my Stars of Chaos one, then you'll be notified. I also have a Discord book club where, you know, you can get updates about my thoughts on these books a lot earlier than these vlogs could ever come out. So if that's something that you want to see, or if you just want to join a book club about anything from manga to anime to books to audiobooks to anything, welcome. Everyone's welcome. It is completely free. So yeah, and I'll see you guys in the next one.